Good morning, friends. It's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and we're going to get our canning kick on today. Let me tell you. Oh, yes, yes. Today, I'm going to can up some scrambled sausage, and as you can see, I'm a deal shopper. I have 3 packs of mild Italian sausage. We usually buy hot, but this was on sale. 50% off. And then this morning I bought 3 things of honey garlic pork sausages. I'm going to take them out of their casings and scramble the heck up out of them and then put them in jars, and they'll be shelf stable for a long time. I'm also going to do a bunch of hamburger. 50%, 50%, 50%. These ones aren't, but they were on sale. These are all lean and extra lean. These are medium, so I'll try to do those in a separate pan because I'll have to strain those. I'll probably strain it all. But yeah, we're going to be busy today, guys. Busy, busy, busy. So yeah, I've done canning videos on like scrambled moose meat and canning whole sausages, but today we're doing scrambled hamburger and scrambled sausages. So if you're interested, yeah, stick around and yeah, we'll get it done together. So I just cleaned off my stovetop, have 2 pans there. I'm gonna start working on the hamburger. All right, these are big, like deep pans. I put 3 packs of hamburger in each. This is the lean, and that's that medium ground. I'm gonna scramble this up, so I'll bring you back when this starts moving and grooving. Friends, I have been busy. This is my 3rd pan of scrambled hamburger. The other 2 pans I already drained. They're sitting in strainers now. And this is the 3 packs of mild Italian sausage. Doesn't that look purty? So I'm going to scramble this up. There's Betty. There's Bob. They've been busy. It's 10:15, even though it says 9:15. Well, 12 after 9, but the time changed, so it's about 12 after 10. But yeah, I take them out of the casings. You don't have to, but I just find it scrambles up so much better when you do. And yeah, we'll see how many jars we can get with this stuff. Alright, I gotta talk fast. I got music playing, but I just cut up the honey garlic sausages in little balls, kind of like chunks, I guess, because I thought I have a pan over there of scrambled mild Italian sausage. Honey garlic chunks would be perfect in a chili. That's 2 packs of the hamburger. There's 1 over there in the strainer. And yeah, I need to get this pan of honey garlic sausage chunks going. The other pan of scrambled mild Italian sausage is already over there frying. Alright guys, this is the last 3 packs of sausages. These are the honey garlic sausage. And I chunk these ones up kind of like balls. I'm listening to music right now. The first 2 pans, I put 3 packs of sausages in 1 pan, but these 2 pans, I put a pack and a half in each pan, just so I can roll the little balls around. And these would be perfect for a chili, because I like to put like pineapple or something sweet, like corn or something in a chili. Honey garlic sausage would be, you know, a supplement kind of thing. And yeah, so this is 3 packs of sausages divided between 2 pans. All the hamburgers cooked. The other pack of mild Italian sausage is cooked. It's just straining. And yeah, we'll get to canning here shortly. But yeah, I want to roll these around and try to like brown them on the outside. Oh yeah, Leonard Skinner's on right now, so I gotta go, but I'll be back when this is all done. Alright guys, I know you're set back kind of far. I'll bring you up closer after. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. A few of the kids were outside playing. It's a nice day. It's supposed to go up to +8 today. I don't know what it is right now. I checked earlier and it was +4. But they just got their winter jackets on. They're outside playing. But yeah, I had a good day at school. Oh, I want to start at this end. So for those of you, for heaven's sakes, that haven't canned this before, it's really easy. You can raw hamburger, but it'll just, I've never done it, and I think it would turn like extra tender or cook in a clump. I like to do it this way when I cook ground beef or meat or whatever. So yeah, I have quart jars and I have pint jars. Now we're pressure canning this. If we were water bath canning, which isn't recommended when you do meat, but you can do it, rebel canning, but we're pressure canning. We don't have to sanitize or sterilize our jars. You gotta have them good and clean. But it gets so hot in a pressure canner, it's not necessary. I gotta get something to push that down with. Should have been a little more on the ball. Let's see. Perfect. I checked all my jars too. Something you should do before you even wash them. Check the rims of your jars to make sure there's no nicks or anything like that. And after you wash them, make sure there's nothing stuck to it. Just because it will prevent your jars from sealing. And you don't want to do all this work for nothing. I'm going to try to jam pack this in here as much as I can. I'm dry packing this, like I'm not adding any liquid to it. I seasoned this meat, I forget if I told you, with onion powder and garlic powder. I didn't add any salt just because you're not supposed to can with iodized salt. I could add salt to this, but it would have to be like kosher salt or pickling salt. And I just thought, well, I'll just season it up a little bit more when I actually go to use this. But I did add the onion powder and garlic powder. I'm just pushing this down. We're not going to be able to get all the air out of this. And this will even probably shrink up a little bit more as it sits in the pressure canner. Just a minute, Evie, just a minute. My grandbaby's coming out. So in here I have a cup of just a little bit of vinegar. What, baby? Did you eat your supper?
Yeah.
Did you eat your supper? I think you're full of baloney. Anyways, I'm using vinegar to wipe the rims. You watch out. That's where the camera's sitting, on that chair. Skedaddle. I don't want it to tip over. I have vinegar in here. You can do it with hot water, but he's testing me. Get going or I'm going to shut the gate. Yes. But when I use meat products or greasy, well, 99% of the time I use vinegar no matter what I'm canning, because that's what my mom did. And you just wipe the rims. You'll get a chance to see again if there's any more nicks or anything stuck to it. I'll do a couple and then we'll seal them up and start loading them in the canner, and then I'll fast pace it because I got lots to can. I'll have to probably run at least 4 canners today. I can only do 2 at a time. But that's okay. My eldest daughter works till 7, so that's when Evie goes home. The kids all had their supper, so that's good. I still got jars in the dishwasher. I'm going to empty the dishwasher and load up the supper mess, which is sitting on my counter again after I got it all cleaned up earlier today. But that's family life, isn't it? Yes, I'm getting sleepy already. I think I'm going to make myself a coffee after I'm done this first batch. But yeah, this will be good. Oh, a few years, honestly, in my basement. It's going to be airtight. It's going to be shelf stable. So if we lose the power, or if we have to bug in for any length of time, depending on what's going on in the world, if we have another hurricane, we lose power for a week, or if we, you know, I have to be in the house. That's all I'm saying. I don't have to worry about not having the supplies I need for feeding my rambunctious family, because my kids like to eat, and I try to have a nice variety of foods. They're not big fancy varieties, but you know, I have carrots and different vegetables, beans, peas, corn, pickles, whole sausages, moose meat, deer meat, pasta, flour, everything all canned down in the basement. Oh, I'm sure there's other stuff I can't remember. Tomatoes. But, yeah. If I don't get all of this done tonight, I will have to do it tomorrow. But that's okay. I'll just wrap it up, keep it nice and cold, and do it tomorrow. Not a big deal. Okay, that's all I'll do now, and then we'll fast pace it. And I'll bring you up close when I do that so you can actually see what the heck I'm doing. When I fill these jars up, I put it to the bottom of the lip of a jar. That's what I always do. Leave a little bit of headspace for most of the things that I do. And yeah. So, oh, I don't think I wiped that one. Oh, Mace is coming in crying. Just hold on a minute, guys. There might be a catastrophe out there.
Mom.
What, honey? What?
Mama.
Yeah, Mace came in. He was mad he couldn't climb a tree that the bigger kids were climbing. It's a giant tree. He wouldn't be able to anyways. So, he's fine now. What are you doing, Boo? You used to have to soak these lids in hot water. They say you don't have to do it anymore. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it would loosen up the red ring around there a little bit. Not that you can tell with your fingertip. But you don't have to anymore. These are brand spanking new ones I bought the other day. And then what we do, we put these rings on, fingertip tight. So as tight as you can with your fingers. You don't need to flex your muscles and put it on so tight like she-woman or she-man. He-man, she-man. Good God, Tracy. And then we put it in the canner. For quarts, we're going to pressure can this for 90 minutes. For pints, I think it's 75 minutes, but I'm doing as many quarts as I can. But I do have some pint jars here if I run out, because I couldn't find any more pint jars or quart jars down in the basement for now. My grandson's right here beside me, silly boy. This stuff is not hot at all. Usually if I'm canning with something really hot, I kick everybody out of here. But I'm going to get these loaded. My canners, I have 2 Miro canners that I'm using. They're not big fancy canners. They're less than $100. They're the big ones. I have the water in there that I'm supposed to have for my canners, and I always put a splash of vinegar in there because it keeps the jars from getting cloudy when they come out of the canner. If you happen to forget to do that, not a big deal. You just wash your jars the next day and it comes off. So anyways, I'll zoom you guys in and pick up the pace and you can see what the heck I'm doing. And I'll bring you back to chit chat when I get them all in the canner. Alright friends, it's 20 after 4. I got all the jars of Hamburger done. I got 13 quarts. This is my wider one. This one's my tall and skinny one, but yeah. Anyways, I have the water in here and the vinegar, like I said. These comes with racks, these canners. There's one on the bottom of each. You can't put jars right on the bottom of your canner. They'll end up busting. And they actually come with 2 racks because if I was doing smaller jars, I could put this on top of here and put more jars on. But with quart jars, I can't. So, anyways, I'm going to get the lids on. My lids, the top of my lid, my thing needs a scouring pad, but that's where the steam vents out, but this is what the gasket is. I take it out and wash in between every canning session to make sure there's nothing on it, because you won't get a good seal if there's something stuck to it or anything. Get these on and they'll lock on the sides of the canners. And yeah, we'll get this going, so I'll be right back. Alright, while I'm waiting for my canners to start coming up to heat, I'm going to start putting the scrambled mild Italian sausage in the bottles. Then I'll do the honey garlic sausage balls. And they'll be going in the canners after the hamburger comes out. So let me get these loaded. All right, the canners are starting to come up. You guys, skedaddle. There's steam starting to come out here, but we gotta wait till it's very aggressive. This one's starting to get aggressive, and you can see this red little poker here is up. That means there's pressure in this canner. You can't move it, don't take the lid off it, don't do anything with it. It's dangerously full of pressure, and this is what we want. So we're gonna let this vent, it's hard to pick up with the camera, for 10 minutes, and then we move on to the next step. This one takes a little longer because it's a fatty canner. It takes a little, slow and steady wins the race, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when this one comes up, I'll put the timer on for this one. All right, here's my mess, but I got all the pork jarred up. Those are those sausage balls. They stayed together pretty good. I got 4 quarts and 1 pint because it wasn't enough for a full quart. And for the scrambled sausage meat, I got 3 quarts and 1 pint. So that's good though, that's good. This will be good for just straight up honey garlic. I can make a honey garlic sauce, throw that sauce in it, and have it with rice or something like that. Perfect, perfect. My son ate one, he seemed to like them. So yeah, but now I gotta load up all these dishes. All these dishes. All right, friends, it's loud. Hopefully you can hear me. This timer has just went off. This one is still going. There's 7 minutes on this one, but you can see the little red poker is up on this one. So I got this noisemakers here. I got a kid crying. I got babies walloping. I use a 10-pound weight for where I'm at, and I always blow in the bottom of it. Same as I always blow in the top where the steam comes out before I put it on, just to make sure there's no blockage. And we're just going to put the weight on. I like to wear, you guys going out. I like to wear an oven mitt because that steam is super hot, and I'm not the most graceful of people. So I still have the power, the heat on this burner to high, and I gotta wait for it to build up more pressure so this little thing wiggles and jiggles and does the hula dance. And when it does that, we just adjust the temperature of the burner down a little bit. But I'll wait for this one to be done, 6 minutes, and by that time, we'll probably both have weights on it. So I'll be right back. All right, there it is. Loud. There's still 3 minutes left on this one. So I'm just going to, I put my temperature to my burner down between a 6 and a 7, and I'm going to set my timer for 90 minutes. That'll wiggle and jiggle like that probably about 2 to 3 times a minute, or like a slow, steady kind of jiggle. Depends on its mood. And then, yeah, you don't want to doing it too much. You don't want it doing it not enough. And yeah, set the timer for 90 minutes, and then we move on to the last step. But just a minute, Maze. I'll put the weight on this one in 2 minutes, and then we'll be ready to go. Friends, the alarm just went off for my second canner. That one went off a little while ago. But what we do when it's been going for 90 minutes, we just shut the burner off. We don't try to take the lid or the rocker off. We don't try to move the canner. We don't try to cool it down. You just shut the heat off and let it cool down naturally. It's all part of the canning process. You know it'll be safe to open the top of these canners when that little red poker is down. So there won't be any pressure in there. It'll still be super hot. So you got to be careful. But that when that's down, you can take the weight off, you can take the lid off, and you can take the jars out of the canners. So this will take, I don't know, a good hour or so to do, I find. And then I have these ones ready to go once those are all out and done and over with. So I'll be back. All right, friends, I just got back from bringing my grandson home, and both of the red pokers are down, so we can open these now. Oh, I need my lifters, jar lifters. Because it's still going to be super hot in here. You could have left this overnight too, just I have other jars in the can. And always move it away from yourself. Be careful, drifts don't fall down on your toes, because that's going to be super hot. Make sure none of the jars broke. Ooh, looks good, looks good. Smells like hamburger. Got that. I'll get better close-up pictures, but you see it shrunk down even more. I probably should have put a little more meat in there, but it's just, yeah, ready-made hamburger. Well, here these ping and pop, the ones that haven't already. And when I do the pork, it's going to be the same process, the same amount of time and everything. Now, I do have a couple of pints. So if I was doing all pints, I would just do it for 75 minutes. But since I have quarts to go in there too, I'm doing it for the full amount of time. Ooh, Nelly. I'll leave these on the table overnight. And then what I usually do is wash my jars, like rinse them off, wipe them off, good. Label the top of them. I take the rings off. I don't store my jars with the rings on it, just because if the product went bad in the basement, the lid will just pop off. If the ring is on it, the jar will bust because there'll be pressure in there. And then you'd have a giant mess to clean up. So, yeah, that wouldn't be fun. So, I'm going to get all of these out of the canners. Let me just look at this one to make sure they're all safe and snug as a bug in a rug. Yep, no cracked jars, so I'll be back in just a little bit. All right, there we have it. Don't they look beautiful? I'll have to snap some nice pictures of them. But I'm gonna rinse out my canners and get the pork going. Do the same process, time and all that stuff. And yeah, it should be done. Right now it's about 7:30. Yeah, hopefully by 9 o'clock I'll have it all out on the table. 9:30, 10 o'clock, depending on what's going on in the house and stuff. And then we'll take a look at them then. Alright friends, well this is I think 3 days since I've canned this. I need to get my table cleared off, and I've already used 2 cans of my hamburger, but it turned out perfect. Yesterday I made like goulash, baked goulash or whatever, but they turned out perfect and the hamburger was just right. The sausage turned out really good. First time I use it, I'll use this one first just because there's more air in it and a little bit, but yeah, 3 big quarts of that. These are the sausage balls. Now, I browned these up in the pan. They've gotten darker. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have browned them so much. They don't look burnt, but they're just darker. But that's okay. I'm still going to use them. If I pop the top the first time I do it and don't like it, well, then I'll know not to do that next time. But it was worth trying. You know, that's how you learn. Make mistakes by you learn by making mistakes. Oh, jeepers, I'm tongue-tied. Anyways, I'm cooking supper now. There's lasagna in the oven and some sausages on the stovetop. So, yeah, but I wanted to end this video so I can get this table cleared off. But what I do, I take these rings off, and they're all sealed. I'm holding, you guys. All sealed, good to go. I'll rinse these jars, dry them, and then label them. I'll just put March 2020, put them in a box, and put them down in my basement. It's cool and dark, and it'll be there for a day we might need it. And then I wash the rings, and I hang them up and use them for my next project. I don't store them with the rings on it, just because if for some reason something went wrong and pressure built up in this because it went bad, and the top will just pop off instead of the jar busting from the pressure. So yeah, that's what I've learned over the years. Anyways, I'm gonna do that. I'll take a couple of nice pictures, and let me turn you around. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of days. That's why I have not got a chance to do this. Not that I mind looking at my jars on the table, because it always makes my heart sing when I see it. But anyways, I want to get these cleared. I have a bunch of clean jars on the table. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I'll be doing something. But this is how I can scrambled hamburger. I do have other canning videos if you guys want to see. I'll put a link to my canning, food preserving playlist down below if you want to see that. I canned all different sorts of things, and have canned scrambled moose meat before, just not scrambled hamburger. So same sort of deal, but there you go. There you go. So I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, all right, guys, with that, I want to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.